Alrighty, welcome back to another video. This is a highlight from my stream yesterday. Yesterday being July 2nd. And this is kind of funny because I'll give you guys the name. We all know this person. We all know who this is because he's actually, like, chat banned, which takes a lot to get. This was probably one of the funniest games I've had against him, which didn't actually tilt the hell out of me. Because this player is a one-trick pony. They only do the same thing every time. So this strat by default is already very tilting, which is very funny. But this time I saw the name and I knew it immediately. So this is what happens when I know. We already see this, and you can see I knew this and I had an SCV here just to block this off. I put an SCV on patrol here just to stop any buildings. And we see him here, this probe here. He cancels this pylon. And this SCV right here actually is a bit of a saving grace that I'm here because he can't get here all of a sudden and block me off. I put a bunker here just to help with the Marine. The Marine kills the probe initially. And now we're in a situation where he's building on the low ground trying to harass the high ground like this. But it's better than letting him have this section of my base. Factory is about to come out, and we're just in a bit of a weird stalemate. And now we are able to just harass this without getting hit because he has no high ground vision left. But this probe is still here, meaning he can still try to do something to make this work. But obviously, as we see on the replay, he has no cyber core built. Like, he's just building it now. But I obviously don't know that in real time. The Marine Ball just kills the cannon and the pylon, just to try to prevent anything from happening. The Cyclone knock-on really helps. That was a bit of a dicey moment where we didn't know if we had the damage output. And then the army goes to his base. Just to see if we can do anything. Sorry, camera screwed up there. Just to see if we can do anything and if we can do anything else in terms of harassment. Obviously, with a shield battery, he can heal this forever. And the Marines just try to get around here. Unfortunately, Stalker's out, so nothing I can do about that. But we are draining the shield battery energy, which is good for us. Ooh, I don't realize the cannon's hitting the Cyclone, and I lose that for free, basically. But we are forcing more defense and static defense batteries, which is good, because this is nothing for army. He starts his fleet beacon right here, which is kind of funny. And his two stalkers do move out on the map. He does try to harass me. Oh, he barely misses the army, lol. And he gets to the natural here. Obviously, that just gets cleaned up. A little bit of a ninja base here as a joke, just to see if I'm not looking or not paying attention. But obviously, I just go for the main, like knowing that he will probably have a fleet beacon because I know who this player is. We take down the fleet beacon, meaning no more Tempests, no more carriers. Unfortunately, we can't do much else because, you know, one Tempest or two Tempests do kind of outrange me by quite a bit. Stim is just about done. We're adding on, I think, just one more starport. I think the double starport was a bit of an overreaction. Yeah, third base comes up. We do put a turret here. I guess is the idea if a Void Ray shows up, but I don't think it's helpful because he's building Tempests. Both armies kind of ships in the night, just pass each other. And he shows up at my base, going for the starport here. Not quite able to defend this in time. Maybe. Nope, he respects the turret. Marines and the Vikings merge on this. And of course, 4 units is not gonna stand up to a whole army. There's nothing he can do about this. He can obviously play with range because Tempest can sit in dead space while the Marines can't go for it. But the Vikings are still around. Meaning this is still like a dead Tempest. Ninja base is gonna start mining. My natural is fully up. And he is still on one Stargate, which doesn't help him. But because this death ball is kind of just walking up to him. And here I just go for pylons. I just target down all the pylons. Except for the Viking, obviously. And then his attempt to pull the probes was a little bit dicey, but I did have enough DPS to kill that. And he doesn't get into the dead space in time and just dies. That was like one of the oddest and probably the most handed rematch I've ever had against this guy. But yeah, a little bit odd, a little bit goofy, but of course he's muted so he can't see anything. Thank you for watching. I'll be back in the next video.